Big bank, take low bank, bank. Big bank, take low bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I miss Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time, abdomen.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Seminole Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. Here comes Sherrills. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Left side caught by Diggs. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And some space here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take...
And down he goes! They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bruce Irvin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter able to get him for a loss of about 3. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Well, Dumbo.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr on the bootleg. Hard throw, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Sherrills. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw is Cousins. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands. unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, Cousins. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing now is Carr. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
694.
Carr going to throw. Cooper's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And Rudolph has it left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
A very solid gain of 27.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Cousins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Play action now. Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. 4th down. Cousins. Got a man, it's right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Cousins eluding the pressure right. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Sharice Wright can do no wrong there, able to get a hand in and knock it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd down, Lynch. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing his car on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the interception, Cousins lets it fly for... And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Go. Get set, get set.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
He'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on first down is Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Carr now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They go play action. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Cousins to throw. Dancing to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
They set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about